This is the Joe Wentz Project Podcast, where guitars still live and breathe, and the classics stay alive and well. While you're here, don't forget to check out the links below for info on where to get yourself a t-shirt and other apparel. Thanks for stopping by. And now, on with the show.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Joe Wentz Project Podcast. It is Friday, December 30th, 2017, and it is currently 1:11 a.m. So technically, I guess it's Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Hey, man, I've got to tell you, I just got back from the movie theater here in South Carolina and went and saw The Last Jedi. As you could tell from the music here in the beginning that I sit there and try to do on the keyboard here, which could be a lot better. I am not a keyboard player. And anyway, fantastic movie. There will be spoilers in this, so if you don't want to know what happens in the movie, don't listen. That's all I can tell you. Don't listen right yet, okay? Fantastic movie. I mean, I've heard, let's just dive right into it. I've heard split decision. I've heard from both sides. People said that it wasn't that good. Some people said it was really good. Some people said it was boring the first half. Other people said they were fine with it. Myself, I was very, very, very pleased with this movie. My God, it was fantastic. I got to give my hats off to Disney. They've really done this film justice. Fantastic. Just a phenomenal job. Rian Johnson directed this latest installment of Star Wars, The Last Jedi for Disney, and I just here to tell you, man, I was blown away. Surprises? Yes. So here we go. Luke Skywalker, as you know, is in this movie if you haven't figured that out yet. But from what I thought, just kind of gathered with my own 2 cents here in my small little brain, I figured Luke was going to die in this movie, and he does. He pretty much kind of, calls it a day, so to speak. He kind of sacrifices himself, I guess you could say. Come to find out, Kylo Ren, was a student of Luke's. When Luke was training, I think it said in the movie he had like a dozen young men that he wanted to train as Jedis, and Kylo Ren was one of those students. But Snoke had already turned Kylo to the dark side. So Luke was sensing that, and Kylo went during his training, and he went to go kill Kylo Ren, and Kylo Ren defended himself, and Kylo Ren ended up tearing up the Jedi Temple and all this other stuff. And, man, that's why Luke, was just depressed. He felt like he let everybody down, and he felt like he let Han and Leia down because that was their kid, Kylo Ren, a.k.a. Ben Solo, stuff like that. It was pretty wild, man, because in the beginning, you finally get to see Snoke, or Snoke, whatever the guy's name is. I don't know if it's Snoke or Snoke. I'll say Snoke. I don't know. Forgive me if I have this wrong, but he pretty much gets on Kylo Ren saying that he's still just a child wearing a mask and all this other stuff. Kylo Ren pitches a fit, and he decides him and Rey somehow connect through the Force, like some kind of mental telepathy thing. And Rey still feels that Kylo has a chance to come to the light, to the good side. But Kylo was wanting Rey to come to the dark side. So, you see some of that in the movie. They kind of communicate back and forth. If you're familiar with The Force Awakens, when that ended, Rey went to that island where Luke is at and found him and talked to him. And, she's wanting him to train her and all this, and he didn't want to do it. Well, he finally starts to do that and everything else. And when she's having one of these the Force telepathy sessions, Luke comes in and sees Kylo sitting with Rey, and Luke just goes berserk and throws his hand out and is like, no, and just all this stuff explodes, and then Kylo just disappears, and it's crazy, man. And so, but it was just I won't want to give too much away. It was a fantastic movie. It was great. It had my attention the whole 2.5 hours. I mean, it really did. It was phenomenal, man. Great action, some great fight scenes. I mean, man, the fight scenes, there's a lightsaber battle, not between Rey and Kylo like you might think. Actually, they kind of team up together, and they Kylo kills Snoke, believe it or not, and they Rey and Kylo Ren team up together and defeat Snoke's guards. I mean, that fight scene right there was phenomenal. It was amazing. I was like, holy crap, man, you got to be kidding me. So it was really cool. It kind of brings you back to that scene where in Return of the Jedi, when Luke goes to the Death Star or whatever, and his father Darth Vader brings him in front of the Emperor. It kind of is reminiscent of that. It really is. It's pretty wild. But nonetheless, very good movie. I would definitely pay to see it again, which I'm going to see it again. This is just phenomenal movie, man. I was kind of on the fence because, like I said, hearing different people's opinions through social media and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was great, man, and I'm glad I went, and I can't wait to go see it again. And when it comes out on digital, I'm going to get it then, too, because, man, awesome movie. I'd like to give a quick shout out real quick to our sponsor, Emergency. That's EMERGEN hyphen and the letter C. Emergency. For everyday nutritional support, you'll feel great every day. Emergency is packed with vitamin C plus other key antioxidants to support your immune system, along with B vitamins to enhance energy naturally. Emergency dietary supplements are the delicious way to start your day. Try the original formula or new gummies, chewables, and specialty formulas and great tasting natural fruit flavors. Find these immune support products in the dietary supplement aisle of your favorite retailer. Emergency. Try them today. So people are probably thinking, okay, are there any new characters in this movie? Yeah, there's a few. Finn is back. I mean, he's not a new character, but he's back. If you remember on The Force Awakens, he got kind of effed up from that fight he had with Kylo Ren out there in that, in the woods, in the snow and all that stuff. Laura, what's her name? Laura Dern. She's in here. Laura Dern's in there. She actually takes over for a while because Princess Leia gets hurt. I actually thought she died, but, I was like, oh, is that how they're going to, let her character pass on? But that's not how it worked. The ship got hit by a blast from the Imperial ship, and it messed everything up really bad, and I thought she died, but she didn't. They got her to like some, this medical facility on the ship, and she was able to heal, I guess, because she has the Force, so. Be nice if we all had that, right? So it was really cool, man. It was cool to see that Carrie Fisher was able to finish her parts for this movie. God rest her soul. At the end of the movie, during the credits, that was one of the first things that came on the screen. It said, "In loving memory of Carrie Fisher," Princess Leia. So it was cool to see Luke Skywalker and R2-D2 reunite for a brief moment. You saw that reunion. Chewbacca was there, of course, and so it's, it's like Luke says in the final battle with him and Kylo. He tells Kylo, he says, "I am not the last Jedi. The Jedi was reborn today." And boy, that's a cool scene too. You have to check that out. That scene's awesome. Like I said, I'm giving some spoilers here, but not, I don't want to give everything away, but it's definitely worth checking out, man. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. If you haven't seen it yet, and you're a Star Wars fan, check it out, man. Oh, God. I guarantee you, if you're a true fan like myself, you'll see this movie more than once. I'm telling you. I can't wait to go back to see it again. If you haven't checked out my new EP, Then She Turned Around, check the links below. Click that link. It'll take you right there to it. And get Then She Turned Around today, my brand new EP by the Joe Wentz Project. Then She Turned Around. 5 brand new songs ready to rock and roll when you are. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this really short and sweet podcast. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. And, wow, it was a lot of fun. I had a good time going to see this movie. And I do suggest that you go and see it. I mean, it's probably going to be a while for this comes out on digital format. Maybe, I don't know. The Force Awakens came out pretty quick. And I snatched it up off of Amazon. Rogue One, it was okay. I wasn't that crazy about Rogue One. I loved the last 30 minutes of the movie was awesome. I thought that was fantastic. But as far as the movie as a whole, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it about a 6.5, a 7. And that's because the end of the movie was phenomenal. The way they tied that in to, episode 4 I thought that was great. I was like, oh man, that's freaking awesome how they did that. So yes, thank you for listening. Check the links below. You'll see the links for all my social media, t-shirts, and more. Thanks for listening. Until then, we'll see you next time. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Take care. God bless. See you around. Bye-bye.
Desperate for changing, starving for truth. I'm closer to where I started, chasing after you. I'm falling even more in love with you, letting go of all I've held on to. I'm standing here until you make me move. I'm hanging by a moment here with you. Your invitation, you take all of me now. I'm falling even more in love with you, letting go of all I've held on to. I'm standing here until you make me new. I'm hanging by a moment here with you. I'm living for the only thing I do. I'm running in a question where to go. There's nothing else to find. There's nothing in the world that can change my mind. There's nothing else. Desperate for changing, starving for truth. I'm closer to where I started, chasing after you. I'm falling even more.